Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in this world. A beautiful world with beautiful people. This is Hedgen Lee with a morning update for Bitcoin. All right, I again cleared completely of all the drawings because making a habit of beginning with clean slate, and yes, you have to redraw every label, every marking, every pattern. But quite often doing it again and again would lead you to aha moments. Aha moments that you may not have had before, and aha moments maybe you may not have discerned before. And not having any prior markings and labels can help you do that. And again, I've consistently found that to be the case. All right. So here we can have that triangle line as usual, which is my primary count. This is acting like a good support. Bounced off here, bounced off second time, and it's bouncing off again. This triangle is labeled as, it was on an uptrend, so the first jab down is A. A. Someone would say this is B. But I like to go to B as being the one point, the next peak that touches the top line of the triangle. And the B cannot be, if this is B, C, D, B cannot be lower than D because this is a contracting line. So it has to get long, shorter, shorter for C. Did I say this is D? This is B, as in boy. So A, B, C, D, and E. Now, not every triangle can be labeled with an A, B, C, D, E. Some don't even complete the E. After the D, they just blow up. That means that from C to D, we should get a bounce, a retrace. So from where the price was at 12,704, we should go to somewhere around 16,206. This time I will do each one separately. And E is 13,821. So those are the targets for the D and the E. If price does go up to 16,206, it should come back down again by another 3,000 or so. And I can tell you, if this happens again, people are going to panic sell one more time. And once it gets to E, it might do a brief spike and out. That's what I call a bull wick. But let's see, and let's not go there yet. If the price can recover to 16,206, that would be a critical junction. Now, let's look at the MACD at a 4-hour time frame. Okay, it's turning, is curling up. And if it is curling upwards, that's very interesting. The histogram of the MACD is also going upwards. So that could be leading to a recovery to 1606, a bounce. Also, I like the fact that how the low of the MACD here is lower than the MACD bottom here. We were having positive divergence. While on the price, we were having a divergence where we were getting a higher low compared to here, but the MACD was giving a lower low, and that is called a positive divergence between the price and the indicator, and that often has bullish propensities. Okay, now let's start again on the alternate count. We could have a bull flag. Last night I presented it all at the same time. A lot of labels and lines. I know it could have been a little bit confusing. Now in this bull flag, I'm not including it from the tip of this. So I'm not going up and then the first jab is A. This is the trend that's taking the bear flag. So this is downtrend. So the first ABC up is the A. A, B, C, D, and E. So if it is A, B, C, D, E, then we should be getting a bounce from here to as high as 18066 if you follow the pathway of the top trend line of the bear flag. Not the percent, dollar sign, please. So this is good in that you have now A, B, C, D, E, and if E starts, we should have a pretty good and sizable recovery. Now, the critical juncture here is if price declines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in 5 waves, then you can count this as a bear flag that's been executed. However, if price goes down and up, it could be a very different scenario. The key that needs to be observed here is what happens after this bounce finishes the E wave. Here too, again, is the positive divergence on the MACD. And that positive divergence is indicating there should be a bounce here in this modality also, but up to 18066. Now the key differentiation here is that the triangle is projecting 16206 for the D wave. So I'm putting actual numbers and targets here now. And the bear flag is projecting the E to be topping at 18066. So if we exceed the 16,000, then there's a likelihood that we are putting in the E wave towards 18,000. If price bounces off this 16,206 and starts declining, there's a likelihood chance that we're putting in the E wave of the triangle, the red E. That is the critical juncture that we need to look at and keep an eye on. I believe a bounce is coming, and let's see how far and higher it goes, whether it goes towards 18,000 or the 16,206. It might sound weird to say, oh, I hope it declines from 16,206. But if you think about it from this pattern perspective, it isn't. So I hope this is helpful to you. I hope this is informative to you. This is not in any way whatsoever a recommendation to buy or sell or trade anything. This is purely my opinion, to be used for information purposes only and nothing else. Again, I continue helping as many people as possible. And if you feel that potentially a one-on-one coaching with hedging could be helpful, please do give me a shout out at my email, hedging_crypto@yahoo.com, and I'll be happy to see what I can arrange. Have a great day. If anything drastic happens during the day, I'll definitely put out a midday update. Meanwhile, otherwise, I'll probably talk to you tonight. Good night. A good day and good night.